That's good thinking. So let's take an example that came up recently, the SAVE Act. Now, the SAVE Act is basically requiring folks when they register to vote, proof of citizenship. That passed through the House today. Let's talk about both the practical implications. Is that a good idea or a bad idea? And what do you think it will have political ramifications down the road?
Well, let's start with a massively unnecessary idea. There has been study after study, and I mean a lot of studies and good studies, to say that the amount of fraud in American elections is almost undetectable. We've looked for that forever. So you ask yourself, if an elderly person doesn't have a driver's license, or a married person takes her husband's name, which my wife chose not to, but other people do, that's people's own business. Well, they can't produce a thing saying I'm Jane Smith, because the birth certificate is Jane Jones. So the other thing is not necessary. Why are we putting another bureaucratic layer to solve a problem that doesn't exist? Why don't we solve problems that actually exist, like, say, Medicaid to the states, that this budget is utterly destroyed? So I just think it's totally unnecessary. It's totally grandstanding. It's doing what a lot of Democrats do. Look at me. I'm so moral. I'm so smart. I'm doing things that don't affect anybody, but watch me. And that's what this is really about.
So the Republicans would say, look, there's tens of millions potentially of illegal or undocumented folks here in the United States. How do you prevent them from participating in elections if you're not, verifying that they're citizens?
The simple reason, if I'm undocumented, whatever word you use, I'm not going to show up and vote. Right? I mean, I'm not going to expose myself. In all of the evidence, and I mean massive evidence. When President Bush, 43, was president, they had a whole study to try to see how much fraud there was in the election. It's almost impossible to detect. I'm not saying that you have all these people voting in the election, there's zero fraud, but it is not, the honesty of American elections are not a problem. Not a problem in the least. And I would be the first to say Donald Trump won the election of 2024. I don't think it was fraud. I think he actually got the most votes. But I think we're dealing with a problem we don't need to deal with. It's not a problem.
James, you never hold back. We absolutely love it. Cannot thank you enough for joining us today. Now, I do want to...